Star Fox Team, Space Fighters.
Snuggle down and cozy up, for this is a story all about your space adventures as one of the pilots in Star Fox Team, where you have to save the galaxy from the evil Andross, a crazy scientist who nearly destroyed your planet, Corneria. Your star system, Laylat, has been at peace now for some time, but there was once an evil scientist, Andross, that brought destruction and fear to the Laylat system. Luckily, the original Star Fox team banished and exiled him to a faraway planet. But recently, there's been a fear that Andross was planning a comeback. In order to fight the threat, the Star Fox team has reformed. The team is different now, and is led by Fox McCloud, a red fox whose father, James, was part of the original Star Fox team, who was killed by Andross. The only member of the team that knew Fox's father is Peppy Hare, a rabbit and member of the original Star Fox team. Your other wingmen are Slippy Toad, Falco Lombardi, Fox's best friend, and you. It's been 5 years since Andross was exiled to Venom, a faraway planet in the system, but General Pepper, the commander of the Cornerian military, has sensed that Andross is back up to his old tricks. He calls upon your team and asks you to investigate the Laylat system in hopes that you can discover what Andross has been up to, and to stop him from causing more trouble. As you get your spacesuit on, you get the first look at your spaceship, the Arwing. It's a small fighter aircraft that looks sleek and sharp. Its wings are small, but they're wide, and the cockpit where you sit is high, giving you a great view to identify enemies. As you climb into the cockpit, you notice the digital displays everywhere, as well as your flight stick, which sits in between your legs. There are an array of computers, and you're a bit worried that you won't be able to figure them out, as you've had no training. All the controls are on your flight stick. You hear a voice in your ear. It's Fox. Your system will automatically target your enemies. General Pepper will tell us who your enemies are. All you need to do is fire the weapons. You look to your right, and you can see Fox. To your left, and just behind your aircraft, is Peppy and Slippy. Falco is to the right of Fox, and you don't see him until you've taken off. You have a long flight ahead of you, so you settle in and try and learn more of the flight controls and computers before you leave the atmosphere of the planet. As you approach space, you feel a bit more comfortable with your Arwing, and you're able to maneuver it any way you like. You feel at one with it. And your timing is perfect, because all of a sudden, you're surrounded by enemy spacecraft. You can hear General Pepper giving more information to Fox. You look to your right, Fox and Falco are still there, but your left wing has seen Slippy and Peppy peel off in order to attack the enemy.
Stay on my wing,
you hear Fox say in your ear. Your eyes are tracing Pepper and Slippy, and you can see them firing lasers at the enemy, with the enemy firing back at them.
Okay, target the enemies on the right,
orders Fox. You quickly check your radar, and you see 3 enemies approaching you fast. You flick your weapon systems to missiles. You've got 20 of those, and unlimited lasers. You have no idea how many enemies you're going to run into, so you want to be sure if you're going to fire your missiles, you're going to get hits.
Fire when you're ready,
says Fox. You pull on the stick, forcing your fighter into a vertical climb. You flip your Arwing and pull back on the stick again, forcing the spacecraft to loop around on itself. You're now behind the 3 enemies, but they've seen you. One starts firing lasers at you. You avoid them narrowly and manage to fire off a missile. The missile hits your target, leaving 2 enemies left to deal with. You quickly check your radar and see the 2 spacecraft are heading for Peppy. You start chasing them, only to be hit from behind.
You're being chased,
says Fox. You pull to the right, then to the left, then to the right again. In the heat of the battle, you find yourself in an asteroid belt. Now, you use this to your advantage, ducking and dodging between asteroids. The enemy chasing you is very good and is able to keep up with you, but you have one trick up your sleeve. You hit the brakes, you twist your fighter upside down and then pull up, forcing you underneath an asteroid. The enemy isn't able to keep up, but goes smashing into the asteroid. You finally lost him, but looking around, your team is in trouble. Fox has 3 enemies on him, while Peppy is fighting off the 2 that you had been targeting. You fire a missile at one of the enemies chasing Fox, and you race towards Peppy. Can't see Slippy anywhere, and you and Peppy would stand a better chance if you stayed together. As you close in, you prepare your laser guns. You're close enough now, and the enemy doesn't suspect you behind them. You fire the first burst, but it misses, and it gives Peppy enough time to pull away as the other enemy tries to target you. It's too late though. Out of nowhere, you see Slippy charging in and firing a burst of lasers at the enemy, who is destroyed almost immediately. Just one more left. You zoom past Slippy, waving as you do, and turn back into the battle. Now this time, the last of your enemies is being chased by you, Slippy, and Peppy. He doesn't stand a chance. Or so you thought. Before any of you have a chance to fire your weapons, the enemy disappears into a magic portal.
They're gone,
you hear Fox say in your ear, before he asks the team to come back into formation. You have one more job to do before you can head back to base. You have to check the closest planet to make sure the enemies hadn't warped there and a new base wasn't being built. The planet Titania is the target. The team descend down into the planet's atmosphere. It's eerily quiet, and there isn't much going on. Fox decides that the team should scan the whole planet just to be sure. So you all take a different route, and you keep your eyes open for any suspicious activity. And it's not long before you hear Falco on the radio.
I've found the base,
he says. Fox orders the whole team to head for Falco's location. You all prepare for a massive fight, not knowing what to expect. But there is no fight. In fact, the base that you'd found was meant to be a surprise base. No one was there, so your team destroyed it without a fight. You hear from Fox that this base was where Andross was going to attack the rest of the galaxy from. Having discovered it, you have foiled their plans and stopped Andross from being able to start a new war. You head back to Corneira. Your Arwing is slightly damaged, but you're safe, as are the rest of your team. As you land, you see what looks like the whole of the planet cheering you on. The Star Fox team has saved the galaxy again, and you were an important part in making sure they stayed safe. You climb out of the Arwing and join your friends. Everyone's cheering and hugging. Well, it's been a long day, and you've been to space, you've visited different planets, and destroyed enemies that threatened your world. You're tired now. You find a tree to sit under and rest, and you await your next adventure.